Hey guys, what is up? Tokyo Nicholas here. Today I'm going to be putting together my first guide video for you guys. I've been promising you some Paragon related guides, and today we're going to be doing a deck building guide for you. For those of you who have been watching the stream, you have seen me run this deck on quite a few heroes, so I'm going to be building it for you so you guys can run it in your own games. Alright, so this is going to be the Withering Shadow Vital Waters build, and this works on a number of heroes, mainly tanks, but you can run this on other roles as well. And I'll go over which heroes run this build the best, but it is a very good high damage, high survivability build that can work on a lot of heroes. So the two affinities we're going today are going to be Growth and Death. So let's select our affinities and move on. The main cards in this build are going to be Withering Shadow, Vital Water, and the last card is really flexible, but the one that I like to go with the most is Unbroken Spirit. And the reason I choose these three is pretty simple. Withering Shadow is going to be the one that gives you all of your damage, right? It's the one you rush, it's the one you want to build first as quick as possible. This card will deal 85 damage to yourself and everything else that's around you. So it does damage you a bit, but it puts out a lot of damage in an AoE around you, and the AoE is quite large. It's about auto attack range for a ranged character, about 1500 units, so it's a really far range. We're going to take Vital Waters to give us increased healing, some extra HP, and some health regen. This extra healing affects everything. Base health regen, the health regen you get from getting vitality pips, the health regen on the card, and the health regen we're going to get from our gems. The last one is Unbroken Spirit, and the main reason I picked this up is for the ability armor. The ability armor actually reduces the magical damage you take from the Withering Shadow card itself. So it's very strong, and this card also gives you a good bit of power and a lot of effective health. It's going to be really hard for someone to CC you and lock you down. You're going to be extremely tanky. To fill out this deck, actually we'll move on to gems from here. The two main gems that you really absolutely need in this deck, the 7 pip vitality gem mana reactor. Every time you take damage, you'll restore your mana. Essential. The other one is Consume the Dead. Killing an enemy unit, you're healed for 15% of the unit's maximum health over 3 seconds. Also essential. You want to try to get ability armor on all of your gems, as many of the gems as you can. Everything else you can fill out flexible to your playstyle, but I'll show you what I typically run. Quick Exit, very nice for leaving the base, resetting, getting you back out on the map really quickly. Now I don't like the damage return. It's decent, but I don't prefer running it. There's really not many good options, but if you like the damage return, go ahead and run it. Executioner Rush is really nice as well, though. Really lets you bounce around in the fight because you will be getting kills with this. So let's pick up. We don't have a in this deck. We don't have an armor option, so we'll go with basic armor. We don't have ability armor, and again the 25 point pip gem. You can flex with it. Health regen is nice, but what I've been finding works really well is the avenging spells, because you're also going to be focused, because you're going to be a nuisance. You're going to be a raid boss in your games, so taking avenging spells works really well. And we have the perfect gem, health, and ability armor here. In intellect, I find that Onslaught is an extremely strong gem. Every time you auto attack, you're reducing your cooldown, so I picked this up on almost everybody. So our gems are filled out, our key cards are here. If you want to run with a different third card other than Unbroken Spirit, go ahead. But since we have the end goal here, the end build, we're going to fill out and flesh up the deck from the bottom up. So get some low cost 1-point cards. Zetchin, if you're running in the jungle, is a pretty essential card. Green Spring is a good card to build on the way up to this end build. And those will really do it, because once all the 3 end game cards here are really strong on their own, so just getting those, holding on to them, and then trying to build up to the end game cards is really going to do a lot of work for you in the game. It'll be a nice power curve, and you'll see a lot of strength in this deck. You can run this on quite a few heroes. I'll show you which heroes it works best on. like I said, mainly junglers. I run pretty much only exclusively jungle, but you can run this on quite a few heroes. The ones that work best are Kwang, definitely Rampage. Rampage is the #1 hero to run this on because he gets free health regen from his ult and from his King of the Jungle passive. So big guys with big health pools, tanks, are going to do really well. Anyone with regen built in their kit are going to do really well with this build. Rampage, Kwang, Chimera can do alright. Zinx, actually, oddly enough, does really well with this build. A lot of people don't like her, but she gets health back when she takes damage, which works really well with this build. You can actually run this on some stranger things that you wouldn't really think would work well. Wukong, Countess, Seraph works extremely well with this build. Aurora works well with this build. Feng Mao works really well with this build. You can run this on Muriel. You can run this on Grux. Pretty much anyone that's not a range carry or a mage can run this build extremely well. So there you have it, guys. Have fun, try out the build. You will do lots of damage. You will be very hard to take down. If you want to see how the build runs in game, you want to see how the play style is, go ahead and check out my channel. Go ahead and check me out on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter for my live update. Follow me on Twitch, enable notifications. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and like, subscribe. There'll be more videos out like this soon. I'll be doing more build guides. I'll be doing gameplay videos. So if you guys want to see what I have for you in the future, go ahead and follow, like, and subscribe. And until then, guys, keep an eye out, and I'll be doing more of this in the future.